Saturday night football is back for the 2025-26 Isuzu Ute A-League season. And revenge is on the menu at Amy Park on the land of the Wurundjeri people as the league's youngest and latest rivalry, born out of ruthless competitive spirit, ambition and pride, takes centre stage. It's Melbourne Victory versus Auckland FC. It's a semi-final rematch between these two sides. Melbourne Victory, who went on to the grand final for the second year in a row, only to come up short on the big night. As we have a look at the starting lineups for these two sides, Arthur Dillis without a host of players, Nishan Velupillay, Reno Piscopo, Roderick Miranda, Louis Dorigo all injured, Josh Rawlins suspended. There are only 4 players that started the grand final back in May that back up in the starting lineup today. Jack Duncan is in goal, Lachlan Jackson in defence, Jordi Valadon in midfield and Claris Mario Santos in attack. Otherwise, it's all changed. New signings, Denny Jonro, Keegan Jelassic, Sebastian Esposito, the returning Jason Davidson with the captain's armband, and a first ever A-League start for Melbourne City youth product, Xavier Stella. Well, for the visitors, there is a familiar feel to this Auckland side. Steve Corica has kept faith with goalkeeper Michael Vaughn despite the late arrival in the transfer of Ollie Sale. Nando Pinacker, Callan Elliott and Felipe Gallegos are all missing with injury, so in come 3 new signings. Former Sydney man Jake Girdwood-Reich at the back, Lockie Brook on the wing, and big English striker Sam Cosgrove to lead the line. Japanese fullback Hiroki Sakai is back on a new 2-year deal and wears the captain's armband. Well, as a player and a coach, Steve Corica developed a healthy rivalry with Melbourne Victory over 19 years with Sydney FC. Last season, he switched to Auckland and took them to the Premier's plate, but one thing stayed the same, that rivalry with Melbourne Victory. It is alive and well. Jonro just couldn't get a good touch, but here's an opportunity now. Well, that will do his confidence some good. Xavier Stella taking the ball by the horns.
It's good field positioning from everybody at Melbourne Victory. Jason Davidson was the first player to step in there. He had a lot of room there, Stella, and you can just see Nikos Virgos is applauding the effort, but there's a little slip pass available. The big man is looking to add to his numbers of last season.
Big raps on Seb Esposito, who perhaps didn't see his best at the World Cup in Chile, but he's on loan from Lecce as Marley Francois lets fly. Well, he got some power behind it.
Almost got crisscrossed with De Vries there, trying to go to that aerial ball, and it just fell to him in a little piece. And that ball comes across, and they weren't sure, is it mine, is it yours? And in the end, it just bounced out to Francois, who is capable of scoring really good goals in the A-League. And Olympico stands out.
Here it comes. Sakai's long throw. It's helped on, and Cosgrove did almost get on the end of it. Poke back in. Oh, spilt by Duncan, with Jesse Randall looking to pounce. Jake Brimmer, he was with the initial shot.
Yeah, it's just so dangerous, that long throw. It's always the second phase. You're not worried about the first one, it's the second one. If somebody gets a good head of steam onto it, they can make a charge and get something on target.
Now Jonro. Oh, he's done well, Denny Jonro. And then brought down. Sakai says he only got the ball. It looked like he got a little bit of the player as well.
We asked the question of how much Denny Jonro has improved since we've last seen him. Massively. And it's about wearing that number 10 on the back of his shirt, taking that opportunity with both hands tonight to show that he is the number 10 for Melbourne Victory. He's in absolutely everything, cutting back, putting Hiroki Sakai into tackles, making him foul him. He's been all over the place.
Sakai feeling hard done by. He certainly got the ball first. I think it's what followed, because the ball was still there. Chonro could have kept going. And Denny Chonro just tells his captain, Jason Davidson, to step away from the free kick. He's got some tall timber to aim for there. Drives it in hard, near post, all the way across the face. Jackson with the bicycle kick, appeals for a handball from Davidson. That one will be looked at by VAR. Chonro again, straight back in. Girdwood Reich with the header. And now the Brazilian Santos, who's re-signed with Victory, taking on Marley Francois. Can't get the cross in, well defended.
Well, they're hanging on by the skin of their teeth at the moment. Auckland having to clear things and block things and last-ditch tackles. They are under the pump.
And Sarah, ball in, Vowed. Michael Vowed comes and claims.
Well, you may as well add set-piece delivery to those new bags of tricks for Denny Chonro. And that could have gone absolutely everywhere and anywhere. And judging if this is a watered-down 11, shall we say, then it hasn't been too bad a start. Although the crowd has gone a little bit quiet at the moment because Auckland, I think they can smell there's something coming here.
It's good to hear the chant coming from the northern stand there now. Melbourne Victory, there have been a few changes on the terrace. Those there in good numbers will bring that atmosphere back from the heady days. Without the negative elements as, it's put wide! What an opportunity for Jesse Randall, I think it was. About 1.5 meters out from goal, who shot wide of the post.
Well, the delivery from Francois was expert, and it just came all the way through to him. How did he miss from there? Inside the 6-yard box, it's a beautiful ball in. Nobody could get to it. It was Girdwood Reich that almost got his hip onto the ball. And Jesse Randall, how has he missed from there?
Sarah comes inside, Santos back out. That's a good ball from Esposito for Baladon. Hooks it back post, Jelassic is there, great save, Vowed. Brilliant stop from the Auckland keeper. Best chance of the match so far for Melbourne Victory.
It's a brilliant move. Arthur Dillis will be really happy. Did everything right apart from hit the back of the net. But what about the volley there? Straight into the goalkeeper's arms, Michael Vowed. It's a really good passage of play there, and the volley was the right option to go across the goalkeeper. Just met a really strong left arm. He got a good piece of it, the number one.
Jelassic for Virgos. He's done well to hold it up. Virgos takes it quickly with Davidson. The early cross towards Santos. Girdwood Reich wasn't asleep at the wheel in the middle. Alert to the early danger. Randall trying to get his body to shield the ball. Santos again. He's a long way out. He hit it with power, but it just drifted away on the stroke of half-time. We've got about 20 seconds left. It might take that long for Michael Vowed to get this goal kick back underway.
It's good movement again from John Wright. Almost sick of saying his name this half. That's how influential he's been on and off the ball. But Santos as well, getting in those sorts of areas is healthy for Melbourne Victory, but you want to see him out wide. You want to see him go at pace down the line, taking on Francis de Vries in those sorts of areas.
Half-time at Amy Park. Daniel Elder blowing the half-time whistle after a very entertaining first half of football in which both sides had one big chance to open the scoring. Jesse Randall for Auckland, who have sat back and tried to make the most of their set pieces, as is their modus operandi, while Melbourne Victory have tried to pass their way through. Denny Jonro has looked good in this new look Melbourne Victory side. Keegan Jelassic with the best chance of the half for them. And at the break, it's Melbourne Victory 0, Auckland FC 0. The second half is underway. Melbourne Victory have had ever so slightly more of the ball. They've had more shots, but we know that Auckland come home strong. Last season, Auckland scored more goals than any other side in the last 15 minutes of matches. That's a great ball from Sakai for Brooke. He looks up, drives it in low and hard. Oh, Jesse Randall denied by a fantastic block from Seb Esposito. Rimmer keeps it alive. Sakai on again for Brooke. Offside. That looked close.
That ball there from Sakai, world class, that you come to expect. Just there, the block even better. Esposito was right in front of the keeper there. I'm not sure if Jack Duncan would have got across.
Another Francis de Vries long throw. Inbound towards the 6-yard box. Cosgrove, great flick. Jesse Randall and Verstrata. Well, it's the second shot on target for Auckland in this contest. Jelassic, in fact it's Jonro, working alone in that front position, managed to momentarily win it back, but not for long. Verstrata now, as Auckland look to come. Look at the space here for and Randall couldn't take it with him. Lockie Brooke. De Vries. Lockie Brooke again, shoots, deflected. And Jack Duncan keeps it in.
Wow, some top-level football there from Auckland FC. And it almost went down the other end for John Rowe. That's a textbook long throw. Get the first flick, get the seconds, and get a shot on target.
So the changes come. And it's Xavier Stella who's coming off for Juan Mata. Really good A-League debut from Stella. Keegan Jelassic is the other Victory player, making way for Matt Grimaldi. Juan Mata, a standing ovation for the Spaniard. Will be the derby against Melbourne City in 3 weeks' time, before the next international break. They are red-letter days in this competition, and with both sides tipped to feature near the top of the table this season, they will be massive contests again. De Vries, forced back. Girdwood Wright has been solid on Auckland debut. Sakai, we know his quality. He looks for one of those raking, curling balls for Jesse Randall to chase. There is the Paramount Plus player index, Jake Brimmer, in his return to the starting 11 in Sarah, Verstrata, Davidson and John Rowe as Jesse Randall. Those sort of half chances around the edge of the area are what we've had most of in this contest, and no one has been able to produce that fantastic goal that comes from that kind of distance.
It's been one of those nights for Jesse Randall. Hasn't sat for him, but that was a glorious chance. when you're facing goal late in the game, you've been working ever so hard to get it. A good look at goal and just couldn't find the bottom corner. But they don't come any better than that. Melbourne Victory have been watertight most of this game, so that's a big, big chance.
Sakai's big switch. In Sarah. Is it straight back again? Who wants the ball? Who wants to make something happen in these final 2.5 minutes? Howison. Just a foul. Howison. Just a foul by Santos.
He's been good tonight, Santos. He's been nipping in. If he's not going to be involved on the ball, getting it out wide and dribbling, he's going and doing those sorts of things and cleaning up and giving a foul away there. But he's there for his team. He's not sitting and waiting out wide saying, give me the ball. He's going and making plays. And that's the attitude that Melbourne Victory have put out there tonight against a very physical Auckland FC.
The space that was there. The referee saying that it wasn't taken from the right place, that he had to blow the whistle to get us back underway. The breeze this time will head into the mixer. Girdwood right leaping, got a touch on it. Lestrata, a heavy touch. Another opportunity goes begging. 60 seconds left. At half-time, Daniel McBride said this had been an arm wrestle. The second half has been all that and more. We still don't know who might yet come away with the 3 points.
It's like a boxing match. You wouldn't know which opponents actually had the better game. And there's been a couple of chances tonight that have been the clearest. Randall was at the thick of the action as well early on. Jurassic.
Girdwood right. De Vries gives it away. Now Mata with Santos. Reese and Grimaldi in the middle. It's a good ball from Santos, had real pace on it. And he's asking why no one was attacking it. The 90 minutes are up.
It's a brilliant movement there from Juan Mata, and Santos just whips that ball in, and Reese has got to go harder right across the front there. It's a perfect delivery. That's what you want to see.
Davidson's foul on Vestrata. 4 minutes of stoppage time. Yellow card for Steve Corica, as we see the big chances that could have been in the Harvey Norman replay.
Yeah, there's some big ones there. That block there from Esposito, maybe even better than the chance that got created. But Steve Corica got himself a yellow card there. You can just see the frustration creeping in to both coaches, really. No one wants to play a nil or draw on opening day, but you also don't want to be losing on opening night as well. So you walk away from this one and you go back to the drawing board and take away the positives. And there's been a few for both sides.
Steve Corica's yellow card for dissent. We're just asking, where was the yellow card? Oh, as De Vries did well to improvise a block. 4 yellow cards in this match, all of them for Auckland FC.
Shot.
There's more holding on this time in Sarah on Bijamwamai. The crowd don't like it either. It's been a frustrating one for the home fans. really, we just saw it. Keegan Jelassic's chance was really the best of the evening for Melbourne Victory. Jesse Randall can't pick out Rogerson. Mai, Esposito very watchful.
I think it's something that Auckland could have done a lot more tonight, is played that ball forward high and long, particularly when they had Cosgrove on the pitch. They played him to his feet, they played him short. I think for the next game going forward, if he plays or he starts, he could have been looking to play that over the top, long, early into space, go and make him work and get physical one-on-one with a defender.
Santos with Genre. One for Jing Rees. Wasn't too interested on the ball, but the tackle falls for Davidson in the end. Here's Grimaldi. Players slipping and sliding. Valadon back with Matt Grimaldi. The crowd baying for an attack. They know the clock is ticking. That's a good ball from Esposito. Valadon. Here's Davidson. Jason Davidson turns inside, crosses. Rees is there, it's too high, and it will run away from everyone.
What an opportunity to get something from the game. Jim Rees really likes that ball in. On his right foot there, Davidson does so well to get that opportunity. The cross maybe could have been better, just trying to hook it towards goal a little bit more. That could have gone anywhere for Melbourne Victory.
30 seconds left. There may be another few seconds added on for the stoppages we've had in stoppage time. Is there time for one last attack? Esposito over the top for Rees to chase. Girdwood right with the defensive header. Mata with Davidson. There is no time for one more attack. It was billed as revenge for Auckland FC. Well, they may not have extracted their pound of flesh from Melbourne Victory, but in a game of few chances, we saw that defensively, these two sides, which featured all the way at the business end of last season, on the back of some steely defensive sides, they will be all that and more again this season. They couldn't be separated in their first meeting of the 2025-26 Isuzu Youth A-League season. It was a match that has certainly left the promise of more to come for these two sides as we finish here at Amy Park. Melbourne Victory 0, Auckland FC 0.